Hi there guys, Sam here, welcome back to another video. You join me once again in my MK7 Golf R to talk about why everyone is selling their Golf R at this period of time. We're sort of end of May now, 31st of May, and yeah, talk about a valuation that I've got today, a different one, and yeah, to explain why everyone's selling it, whether or not you should, and go through that. So let's get straight into this. Yes, welcome back to another video. I hope everyone is all well. Now, the car market is all over the place. I did a video a couple of weeks ago and I showed how my car was apparently worth £19,500 to We Buy Any Car. It's done about 32,000 miles. It's a 2017 Golf R 3-door manual. That's what I was offered, and We Buy Any Car is a very good reference of an easy kind of thing to do. You know, you just walk in, walk out. As long as your car's straight, you're fine, you get the cash. Saves the hassle of private sales, saves the hassle of dealerships and all this kind of stuff. You just go through them. They are the middleman essentially. They'll then go to a dealer and sell that car for slightly more. All I've seen on the Golf R Facebook forum is people selling their cars. I bought my car 2 weeks ago for 29,000. I sold it for 30,500. And this has been repeated on and on and on. I'll put as many as I can of Facebook screenshots of this happening. And fantastic, well done to them. You know, getting a little bit of money for not really that much effort. Fantastic. I did an offer price today, Bank Holiday Monday, and it came back at £20,350, which is an extremely large amount of money for a car which is 4 years old, a car that I paid I paid £24,950 for about 1,000 miles. To only lose £4,000 is frankly ridiculous. And it does make you think, oh my God, I want to sell it and get the cash. But let me tell you whether or not it's the right decision to sell or whether it's not. First of all, it depends on your circumstances. For me personally, I'm in a stage in my life where I will need a car. I feel that I will need a car for the next 10 years. In which case, if I sold this car today, I would need to replace it with a car. That car's going to come with added costs. It's going to come with servicing, maintenance, tyres, consumables, insurance, tax, unknown ability of how the car's being used, added premium because the dealership would want more money than it's worth because they have their margins and all that kind of stuff. So if I did sell this car and I wanted to buy another car, that car's then going to cost me more money as well, particularly in this market anyway. All cars are kind of gone up and are affected. So for me, it doesn't make sense to sell because the Golf R, as I've spoken about on this channel, and for me personally, is an awful lot to me. And, you know, I love the experiences that I have with it, and mainly going and doing different things, going to track days, seeing subscribers as well and testing out their Golf 8Rs and the GTI Club Sport, amazing experiences, and seeing family, friends, all this kind of stuff, putting stuff in the back, bikes in the back. It's just brilliant. Reliability, it's been so strong. I know it inside and out. I know how it's been driven. I know how it's been used. It's in an era where before OPF, so it still sounds okay as well. It makes a few pops on gear changes and when you lift off. It's great. I love it. I've documented every sort of stage of it and I love that about it. So despite the incredibly high cost, I mean, that is like, I mean, that's deposit there, right there for a nice little place. Just like that. But you have got to think of the long game. The other side of things which would actually make you think that you want to sell, and this is what has kind of got my heart and head thinking, oh no, the world in the UK, at least, petrol cars are going to be banned in 2030. Over the next 9 years, they're going to be pushing for electric in any way that they can. They're going to be saying petrol cars are awful, and they're going to be trying to push for electric and do whatever they can to get you into an electric car. The one big way that they're going to do that is by increasing petrol prices and adding more tax onto the cost of fuel. I've noticed that already in the last couple of weeks. It's going up. It's very high. This isn't the most economical car in the world. It's not bad, but it's not the most economical car in the world. So you've got that in hand. And as a result, over the years, it might mean that the value of this car would go down even more to be worth 10 grand in a couple of years. Who knows? You just don't know. Also, past 2030, these cars might not be worth anything because they might just be completely abolished and, you know, they don't want these cars on the road. You can't buy them new. And as a result, everyone's in electric, everyone's got a charging point. It's a redundant car. It's almost worth next to nothing. That is scary. For me personally, I see so much value in these kind of cars, the petrol cars, they just work. So I see the value. But your normal person who's not necessarily a car enthusiast, not necessarily a subscriber of my channel, for example, just sees things, here's what the government says, here's what the TV says, and just does it. Doesn't just does it blindly. And as a result of that, that will make it happen, whatever the rules are, whether or not they're right or wrong, whether or not electric is the right way to go or not, it will happen, and it will mean that this will go down. I see so much value in these cars and I want to keep them, but I don't want to be paying, you know, £5 a litre for fuel or something like that. That's what I'm getting at, just to drive it. Yeah, so there is that. On the flip side, if petrol cars are not being sold from 2030, it might make current petrol cars more valuable in the future. It means that they kind of stabilise at a certain price and maybe go up and down. So there's that. If a car is worth £20,350 today, the chances are it's going to be worth a fair amount of money next year. It's, you know, okay, we've had very, very unique circumstances, but it shows that it's a good car. It shows the Golf R is a good car. This is not across the board for all cars. Definitely it's gone up a little bit, but for Golf Rs, people want them because they do everything. Everything. Four-wheel drive. When it chucks it down, again, which it probably will do in a couple of weeks, this is the car you want to be at. If I want to get family in here, 5 people, fine. If I want to get bikes in here, fine. You know, if I want to have a bit of a fun drive, absolutely fine. If I want to get 450 miles to a tank, it can do it. If I want to make sure whatever day, whatever condition, it just works and goes to me, it does it. It is brilliant. The car is perfect. And as a result, you will struggle to find another car as good as this. You'll be looking for another Golf R, I guarantee you. And if you want to look for another Golf R at this point, you're going to be paying the exact same sort of premium as you sold yours for. If you don't like the car, sell it. Get your money. Done. It doesn't matter. If you're in it for the long term, stick. Do not sell. If you have a reason to own a car and enjoy a car, because we're not going to get to, in 10, 15 years, it's not going to be the same, stick with it. So my advice, it does depend on your unique circumstances, but for me, I'm on the not sell, unless suddenly next week I was involved in an accident and I broke my leg and I couldn't drive for 6 months, then it's probably worth selling. But even with the small amount of miles that I've been doing recently because of what's happened and working from home, the car's brought me so much, and I love sharing the experience with you guys, and I love getting experiences out of it, going to different places. That's what I've always loved. This won't let me down. If I want to drive down to the south of France, this car will do it for me, and it will do it with no problems and no sort of like showy off attention, which I love about the Golf R. I think it's a big credit to the car that they are at these kind of values. I think the demand is there. I think you look at, like, say, the Mark III Focus RS, where the demand is really, really high. But those cars, a bit of a one-trick pony. You can't really use them every day. You can't turn up at the poshest hotel in the world, let's just say, not that I do, and, you know, not have some people look at you and go, bit of a boy racer car there, a bit of a midlife crisis. Whereas in this, it's just a normal car. It's just a normal Golf. It has so much going for it, and they're so underpriced, in my opinion. You know, £20,300 for this. Absolute bargain. Absolute bargain. It can do everything. If you want an equivalent Golf R, which you can't get in the UK in manual, you're going to be paying £40,000. And you're going to be losing money on that because new cars depreciate. It's a tricky one, but I wanted to talk to you about it because if you are looking to sell, even if you waited another 2 weeks, you will get more money now. And you will continue to get more money as the months go on. My prediction is you will continue to get more money up until August on the cars. The demand will keep staying strong. So if you want to enjoy your car for another month and then sell it, you should be absolutely fine. But I hope this advice has helped you. I wanted to share it because it's so strange. And I can't get over the amount of Golf R forum posts saying, I've sold my car, I've sold my car, I've sold my car. I haven't seen anyone buy a Golf R. They're all selling it. Yeah, Mark 7 Golf R, brilliant car. If you want to keep it for the long term, keep it. It shows that it's a good ownership proposition. The fact that the values are where they're at shows that lots of people want them, whether you're a car enthusiast or just a normal person. And guess what? There's a lot more normal people out there who want normal cars than there are car enthusiasts. Just remember that when you get a car. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it insightful. I hoped it's helped you out. And whatever your decision, let me know in the comments what you go for. And I'd be really interested to know your experience and also your price difference from what you bought it for, from what you sold it to, and whether or not you're sticking or whether or not you're selling. And that's really, really interesting, particularly on the Mark 7 Golf Rs, which is what I've spoken about today. Listen, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my bank holiday Monday. I hope you are having a great day. Also, stay tuned for another video. Please like, share, subscribe. It really does help the channel to grow. Whether you're subscribed or not, every like makes such a huge difference, and hopefully I can help people out on this channel as we approach nearly 2,000 subscribers and 1 million views. So thank you so much for that. Also, plenty more content in store. I've got a few experience days set, which I really want to share with people as well, mainly in a Porsche 718 Cayman GT4 and also in a GT3 RS. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time for another video. Cheers, guys.